Hey, yeah.
All right, y'all. The stock market has lost trillions of dollars in value. Retirement accounts are swinging crazy wild. And right now, millions of people are either invested and don't know what they're invested in, or not invested at all because they're afraid. And some of y'all are throwing $5 here, $20 there into penny stocks and crypto, hoping to get lucky. In a potential economic depression, I was going to say downturn, same thing. That's not a strategy.
Mm-hmm.
That's exposure.
That's right. That's right. So you all know that we retired without pensions, right? We built our net worth from negative 22,000 over 1.1 million. All right. We didn't do that by guessing or chasing hot stocks. We did it by understanding the basics of long-term investing and sticking to them. And after talking to our community this week, it's clear, y'all, the system was never properly explained to most of us. So this is what I want to know, okay? And I want you to be honest in the chat. Type KNOW, no, all right? If you know exactly what you're invested in, I want you to type set it. If you just picked something based on age and left it alone, all right? All right, type none if you don't invest at all, and type gambling if you're just buying random stocks or crypto or, whatever. No shame. No shame. We're fixing this right now. All right, but first, let me introduce myself. I'm Halisi.
And I'm Rick. Welcome to Our Black Utopia.
On our channel, we talk about money, we talk about travel and life abroad. We help folks who look like us, who are getting close to retirement age and forgot to plan. We will help you get your money straight so that you can retire on time or maybe even abroad.
And early ain't bad either.
All right, sweetheart, what are we talking about today?
So we're saying that if you don't know this, you will lose money in this economy. Today is a quick investing 101 for real life.
That's right.
We're going to cover what a 401k or IRA actually is, and what to do if you have nothing invested. Why penny stocks and random crypto ain't the move. It's just not. What real investing looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll want to stick around until the end because we're going to tell you how to start investing with only $50.
That's right. That's right. But first, some of you might not be aware, back in 2018, Rick and I got a wake-up call, all right? We were looking at our money, y'all, and it looked crazy.
Crazy.
But as I said before, we did get our financial act together and we went from negative 22,000 to over 1.1 million in net worth. You guys, come on now. If we can do that, you can do it too. All right. You can do it. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, what we need you to do is we need you to subscribe. All right. Let the algorithm know that this is information that needs to be shared. Hit that notification bell twice so that you know every single time that we go live or drop a new video. And smash that like button. Smash it. All right. All right. Let's get right to it. All right, let's talk about a 401k or an IRA or a 403b, right? Something like that. We've heard people say, my IRA didn't make no money. I've had it for 5 years and it hasn't made any money. Or my 401k is not making any money. Right? We've heard it.
Many a time.
We've heard it. All right.
Many a time.
So for some of you, it's like, you know where we're going, but there's others who are newer to our community, just tuning in. Hey, welcome, welcome, right? And you might not know, all right? A 401k, a 403b, an IRA, these are just containers, okay? I don't know how else to put it. They're just a container. And what is in them, what is in the container is what you need to know, all right? So having an IRA is not an investment. It's just a container. What is inside that container are the investments. And because these are, well, depending upon what kind of IRA, pre-taxed accounts, There are a lot of rules about how you can access this money, why you can access this money, when you can access this money, and how this money is taxed. Okay. So just know that before you start withdrawing it, know the rules around it. Unless you've got a Roth IRA, which is after tax money, there's still rules around that. All right. So understand the tax implications before you go taking it out. But if you just chose a target date fund because someone came to your job and said,
which they do,
right? Pick your retirement year, right? You still need to know what's inside that fund and what kind of fees you're being charged. All right. If you don't know what you own, you don't know your risk. If you don't know what you own, you don't know your risk.
If you had no investment, fear is costing you.
That's
Believe
right.
it or not, it is. And now, for those who said none, you're not wrong for being careful. But here's the truth: not investing is also a risk because inflation is eating away at your cash.
Right. Even if you have your money in a high yield savings account, right now they're down. The highest I've seen is like 4%. Right. If inflation is 9%, that means each year you are losing 5% of your wealth by having it in a savings account. You cannot save your way to retirement. Just savings alone. You just can't. Not unless you're a cajillionaire, right? And you've been making like $500,000 a year for a while, right? You putting down saving $100,000 a year or something. It just doesn't make sense when your money could be making money for you, right?
The system is not designed for savers to win long term. It's
Right?
just not.
Because we tried that.
We tried it.
We tried that, y'all, and it seemed like that money just would not grow. So, gosh.
Sitting out of the game does not protect you. It guarantees you fall behind.
That's right. That's right. And that's what was happening with us, right? And so when we talk about going from negative 22,000 over 1.1 million, part of that is knowing how to make our money work for us. And our money was not working for us when we had a negative net worth. Number 3, why we don't invest in penny stocks or crypto. Let's talk about this one, right? Okay. If you're buying random penny stocks, y'all, it goes against the fundamentals of investing. Okay. You want to invest in things that are creating value, in companies that have their foundation, that have the fundamentals correct. If it's penny stock, there's a reason. There is a reason. One of those fundamentals is not happening right? Sales ain't going straight, ain't going like they're supposed to be going, or profits are not going like they're supposed to be going. Regardless of the market, right? Regardless of the market, if the market is turning against that industry, well, don't invest. Like, even if the company cannot sustain if the market is moving away from that product, that industry, that technology. That's just how it is, right? That's why Blockbuster doesn't exist anymore, y'all. Right? Or they're not handling the money correctly. If it's a penny stock, they're not doing one of them things right. They're not doing one of them things right, or it's outside forces that they were not prepared for and didn't pivot quickly enough. Jumping into crypto because you heard something and this and that, the other. If someone can explain to me how crypto is adding value, then we can have a conversation. Rick and I do not invest in things we don't understand. We got a couple of dollars in crypto, but nothing compared to what we have invested overall.
Very small fraction.
Very small, like less than 1%. Because I don't understand it. And I don't really invest in stuff that I don't understand. To me, that's just speculation. And for most people, it's gambling. That's what it is. All right. If you do not have a system for how you are investing, if you cannot explain why you're investing in this, that, and the other, is gambling, right? Wealth is built with strategy, not lottery tickets.
No. So real investing equals ownership plus time.
That's right. That's right.
Real investing is simple, not easy. You're buying ownership in businesses or in the market as a whole. You're not trying to pick the next winner, you know, to keep it simple. Just keep it simple. Think index funds, think broad market funds, diversification, and then you give it time.
You give it time. All right. And we're gonna get to exactly how we would invest that first $50. All right. So number 5, your first step, and this is for everyone. Money if you've already got money in the market, what do you own? What do you own? What are the fees? And you should be able to rattle this off. And I know that there's a good many of you watching who cannot rattle it off. I know you can't. Why do I know? Because y'all call us or you get behind the scenes with us, the ones who are channel members, right? You come behind the scenes and you ask a question and I ask a follow-up question and you like, I don't know. You call us for one-on-one coaching. No shame, no shame. Here's the time to fix it. All right. What do I own? What are the fees? And am I diversified? Am I diversified? That is the question. All right. Now, if you've got nothing at all, then it's all of the above, right? After you do this, open your account, open a brokerage account. Okay. Start small.
Start small. Don't put all your big daddy warbucks in there. Just start small because you're learning.
Yes, learn as you go. All right, learn as you go. So you are gonna once you've done that, then you need to know what you own, what are them fees, right? And are you diversified? So how do you start investing with $50? This is what we're talking about. All right, how to start investing with $50. We're not going to overwhelm you. Get your notebooks out. Get your pen and paper out. So, if you take notes on your phone or your iPad, get it out. Okay, step number 1.
Open the right type of account.
That's right.
You need a brokerage account.
Right. A brokerage account, not a checking account, not a savings account, not a money market account. You can get money market through a brokerage account, but not vice versa.
Right.
Right. So that's just a platform that lets you buy the investments. And okay, so what are some examples, sweetheart?
So examples would be Fidelity Investments, Charles Schwab, and Vanguard Group.
Yeah.
You can open these from your phone, from your computer, from your laptop, from your iPad.
Yep.
No minimums. Many of them don't have minimums.
That's right. So the reason why we suggest those 3 as opposed to Acorns or Robinhood or any of these little offshoots, right? There's several reasons, but the first thing that comes to mind is investing is serious business. All right. This is not a game and it's not gambling and it's not speculation. And some of those apps kind of do a gamification of investing. And I don't think that that's a healthy way to start looking at it. That's number 1. I
think they were doing that to try to draw in young investors.
And that's fine. But we're not young. We're young in spirit, right? We grown as people, and this is serious, and this is our money. So that's number 1. Number 2, they don't seem to have all of the tools necessary, in my opinion, to study equities in a holistic way. Okay. Now, for beginners, you might say, "Who cares?" But you're not going to always be a beginner. Okay, you're not going to always be a beginner, nor should you, especially with what is coming down the pike. So that's why we suggest, going to one of the major brokerage houses as opposed to doing these other things. Yeah, the last one, especially for Fidelity and Charles Schwab, as you've heard us say many, many times, is they have a banking arm that will allow you to withdraw money around the world without incurring those ATM fees and stuff like that. All right. Number 2, don't pick random stocks, y'all. This is where most people mess up,
Mhm.
right? You don't need to find the next Apple computer or the next Nvidia and go and be the one who invested in it when it was only this and that and okay? Because it's always about consistency and time. Consistency and time in the marketplace. All right. Instead, buy the market. That means a fund that owns like hundreds or thousands of companies. Start there. Um, keep it simple. Keep it simple. Step 3.
Start with one simple fund. You can start with just one, like an S&P 500 index fund or a total stock market index fund, like Vanguard S&P 500 ETF or Fidelity Total Stock Market Index Fund, FZROX.
Right. And both of these, like the ETF is going to basically have a very, very low expense ratio, and FCROX, the expense ratio, y'all, is 0. Expense ratio, when it comes to ETFs and index funds, are the fees that you pay. Okay. The fees that you pay. And so you want an expense ratio, hopefully that's less than 1%. As we said, for FCROX is 0%. Okay. Either gives you ownership in most large companies in the United States with one purchase. So that's the good part. That's the good part. The other thing is you can buy fractional shares, right? You don't need thousands of dollars like you used to. And this is the thing, especially for those of us who are older Gen X or boomers, right? Like this was not always the case. And so we heard the stories and we thought we had to walk in with a big check unless we could access the stock market through our job, through a 401k, 403b, or something like that, right? And if you don't know, you don't know. But most brokerage houses, and I know for a fact Fidelity and both Fidelity and Schwab allow for fractional shares, or I think Schwab calls it slices. Same thing, right? That means you can come in with your $50 and that $50 can start working for you immediately. Immediately. You can buy $50 worth of one of those index funds, or you can do 25, whatever you want to do. You're just starting out, keep it simple. Keep it simple.
What's really important when you do that is step 5. Automate and walk away. This is the part people skip.
Yes. Somebody was talking to me about dollar cost averaging over the weekend, but they weren't doing it. And it's like, baby girl, if you know, you got to do it, right? You got to do it. So what do?
They have to set up automatic investing, $25, $50, whatever you can do. And don't check it every day because it's going up, it's going down, it's going up. And what that makes you do, you see it dropping, you do what we call panic selling. Mm-hmm. Do not do that when it drops. Don't panic.
Exactly. You are not trying to get rich this week, y'all. All right. You're building a machine that makes money for years. That's what you're doing. If you can't explain why you bought it, you probably shouldn't have bought it.
No.
Or don't buy it. All right. If you can't explain it, do not buy it. Do not buy it. All right. So whether you have a 401k that you don't understand, right? Or you're starting with $50, the goal is always the same. Own real assets. Give them time. Okay? Give them time. This is money that you're going to need 7 to 10 years
in
out.
The future,
all right? Not 2 to 3 years out. All right? Give them time. Stop guessing. Stop guessing. If you don't know what your money is doing, you're not investing, babies. You're just hoping. You're just hoping, and hoping is not a financial strategy, believe me, because Rick and I, that's where we were at. We were on a hope and a dream, not knowing how we were going to retire. All right. Hope is not that financial strategy, especially not now with the melon felon titty baby in office doing all kind of stupid stuff. Right. And Beyond the Bling, we discuss investing every month. Okay. Every month we get together on the second Saturday every month, which is tomorrow or the day after tomorrow.
There you go.
This weekend. Right. We get together, we talk about investing, we talk about saving, we talk about getting out of debt, we talk about side hustles, as well as the side hustle cohorts get together every second Sunday as well, right? Our programs are not programs of hope. They're programs of systems. They're programs of strategy. All right. And that's why as this community grows, you will see more and more and more of us. I can't even tell you, there's hundreds of utopians who have left and are living their best lives outside the United States without having to clock in every day and deal with those microaggressions and that $8 gas because they don't have any cars right now, right? Because we live in walkable places, et cetera, in safe places, right? So we're going to keep building this, right? Step by step, because in this economy, knowledge is not optional. It's protection. It's protection. It's protection. All right. So who is coming to our meetup in June? Who is coming to our annual meetup in June? Tickets are still available. Only our small little get together on Juneteenth is sold out. Everything else is available. All right. And so we still have folks buying tickets. I think we've got about 103 people right now, something like that. I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited. Information is in the description below. This Sunday, we have a special guest on, Dr. Kimani. We're going to be talking about all of these toxic jobs and what we can do after the jobs. All right. That's what we're going to talk about on Sunday because the Job Liberation Summit is coming up and yours truly is on one of the panels. Information about that is also in the description below. And what else? Is that it? We know we got our members in there. Let's see what you guys, we see all y'all. Our members are in there talking and chatting and doing what they do. If you want to become a member of our channel, we get together before we go live on Sundays for about an hour before we go live. We chitty chat and talk and do all of this and that. And so that information also is in the description below. If you need one-on-one coaching, that information too is in the description below. And as you know, every single donation goes to our scholarship fund for Beyond the Bling. Check your email. Some of those emails went out today for scholarships. So we thank everyone in our community. Thanks everyone who has donated to our Black Utopia, because this is just one more person who steps closer to financial freedom, right?
Yes, it is.
All right, y'all. We're going to let you go. We love you. We love you. And we'll see you on Sunday.
Not a dream, a destination. Our Black Utopia.